Hi there everyone, welcome back to Cody's Garden. So, I just got the notification that it's going to freeze tonight, so I think I'm going to grab as many of my favorite plants as I can, the ones that will be affected by the frost. This paste tomato, things, maybe some strawberries are probably fine. Some of these peppers, and I'm going to pull them inside. I can do that because these buckets are portable. There it is. Tomato plant. I can just carry this inside. I'm also going to go through and pick most of the things that are going to be damaged easily by frost. These eggplants, for instance. Those things really don't like to be froze. Oh, these are gorgeous. Look at those. I've also got some soybeans that I forgot about. That's cool. Not really, like they're kind of beyond the edamame at this point, but you know, I kind of like the option of being able to move my plants around. Like if I absolutely had to, I could just load these on the back of a truck. So I'm still picking tomatoes. I'm mostly working on these little lemon tomatoes right now. I got quite a few already. I kind of like how this plant has grown up through this tree here, or this bush. And it's I can just pick the fruit just like this. So much tomato. Maybe I'll make some more nightshade stew, huh? So it's the next day. We did have a frost last night. I remember there was some ice on the windshield of my car this morning, but looks like most of the plants were unaffected, really. I mean, besides the ones that were already dying, like the cucumbers. Speaking of cucumbers, I have one inside of a jar down here. You can see. Let's pick that up and look at it. Unfortunately, it fell off the vine at some point, so that's as big as it got. Also, it's got a nasty ring in there from the neck of the bottle. I say, you know, oh, there's some water in there. I say it's not going to come out of there. It's kind of cool. Let's go put some pickle brine in there and turn it into a pickle. It's not boiling, but it is warm. I'm just going to pour this in, and this will preserve the cucumber, turning it into a pickle. Let's close that up. You can see it in there. Good. Come around here. You can see my backyard. Still got a bunch of stuff sitting around. And the bees are actually flying right now, so that's a good sign. We can open them up and work on them. You notice there's a lot of dead bees out front. A lot of these are workers, so that's concerning. And you can actually, let me zoom in here, focus. There's some wasps carrying away the dead bees, which is not a problem so long as they don't start carrying away the live bees. I might put a entrance excluder on there just in case. Let's open these guys up and feed them some sugar. I might get stung a few times, but I'm used to it. Did you do a sound check yet? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so Looks like they've got quite a bit of honey actually. Not very many bees though. I mean, that's a nice little cluster. You can see right around here, that's probably the top of the sphere of bees, so they're probably about this big. Let's pull out a couple of these frames, if I can. It's like we got some built onto the others. And I just pull them out. I'll just harvest this, save that honey. Okay, it's another frame. Here, let's pull you guys around here so you can see what I'm looking at. So, there's that yogurt cup I was using to support my camera when I had it in there. Looks like they've built all the way over onto this frame here. There's a little bit of overlap between this frame and this one. It's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't look like they've got anything built in the lower box. You can kind of see down there. So I might compress the hive down to a single story tall. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so I'm just gonna split these two parts from each other. Looks like it's not glued down to anything. Oh, I had the feeder in there, that's why I was missing one. Alright, that's okay. I guess I didn't need to buy another one. Let's get rid of these empty frames. Actually, I could just take this whole thing off, couldn't I? Oh look, some earwigs are trying to overwinter inside my beehive. I'll give these guys to the chuckers. There go birds. Got a pot of syrup here. I've got a little bit of medication in it to help with nausea and other things that bees might get during the winter. Okay bees, here you go. Get a little extra sugar for you. Okay.
Ethan?
Yeah, go ahead. You let me film you doing it though. Got some honeycomb?
Yes. I'm making a mess too.
Oh, I just realized people probably aren't going to be able to hear you. Oh well. Oh, what do you think?
Really good. It's really good.
Alright, now that the bees are taken care of, we've come around to the front. And I think it's time to harvest what's in these buckets here. And possibly also that watermelon. The plant has died. And it's probably very sensitive to frost, or maybe a grasshopper chewed off the base of it. But yeah, let's start with this sweet potato pot right there. Let's see how much we got out of it. Alright, should we just dump it out on the ground? Yeah, pull the camera back a little. Pretty nice root system on that. It does have some potatoes. Sweet potatoes, which are not related to the nightshade potatoes at all. Well, they're a little bit related, but pretty distantly. They're not very big on most of these. Hey kitty, how you doing? Alright, so I got one bucket of sweet potatoes right here. Let's undo this sprinkler system so we can pull it out of there. Okay, let's just break the plant off. Thing got long. Okay. Let's pull it. Alright, let's just pull it out. Just like so. Should we take it out to the sidewalk? Look at that. We got a root that came through the bucket. It was way down inside of the drain pipe. Let's tip out the sweet potatoes and see what we got. I can already tell you that's bigger than the ones that grew in the the dirt. Look at that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You see that, Kenny?
That's huge.
That's a sweet potato for you. So here's the ones that were grown in the potting soil, and here's the ones that were grown in hydroponics. So that's 1.35 kilograms. And here's the ones that were grown in the hydroponic system. 2.24, so that's almost twice as much. And I would say that the hydroponic ones actually got less light because the other plants crowded them out. So it shows you how much better the hydroponics is. So here are the cherry tomatoes. See, this amount of fruit came from just 3 plants. 6.64 kilos of the cherry tomatoes. So here's the other type of tomatoes. See these larger ones there. So 8.13 plus another 7.31, 3.48 of my Amish paste tomatoes. 2.45 of the loose peppers, 5.7 of these cucumbers, at least the ones that didn't rot on the vine. It's like 1.8 eggplant. Watermelon, which totally isn't ripe, but 4.5 kilos. And a cantaloupe, almost 1. Unfortunately, with my big cucumber, I went to pick it up and it split in half because it had started to rot. I'm still going to weigh it though. You know, pretend that I didn't leave it out in the field too long. There's another one there. So that would have been at least 2.75 kilograms all on its own. Let's put these other rotten ones on there. It's like 8.12 kilos total of the starting to rot cucumbers. I am going to still try to eat these. You know, just cut off the bad parts and slice them up and probably maybe pickle them. I think I can still do that. So I think that'll be the last thing I'd weigh. And that's about all I've got for you this week. So hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. I know you like pickles, so.
Oh. What is it? Are you still just pickling it, or?
Think you could get it out of that jar?
Should I try it? I don't know if I could. How did you get it in there?
It grew in there.
Oh my goodness.
You're not getting it out.
Can I open it, or? I think I want to let it stay so it can pickle.
Okay.